Hi there, it's Gabrielle Nicolay coming to you from beautiful Colorado. I wanted to talk to you today about something I saw yesterday and why it is a really to the toy store. So, here's why you shouldn't do that. When your walks into a toy store, and I'm going to go inside because apparently I don't have good signal out here. When your 3-year-old walks, all they see is what they want. And what they want is pretty much everything, right? The toy store especially is like kid heaven. Everything they ever thought about and haven't thought about is there. And it's right there where they can touch it and see it and feel it and think about it and want it. And here's the thing about your 3-year-old or your 4-year-old, and especially your 2-year-old. They don't have good impulse control, right? They are just in the moment and they want what they want because they want it, and they can't do anything about it. So that's how your child's brain is wired at that particular moment in their life, and it will get better. Just like you can walk into a store and not buy everything in sight. But in that moment, at that stage of development, they can't help it. And so I don't know if this has ever happened to you. Have you ever been in a store and your child is just melting? And they just cannot control themselves. And it's actually a neurological reality that they can't control themselves. So here's my first tip. Don't take your child to the toy store unless you absolutely have to. Sometimes I think we want to show our kids how to delay gratification. And I would suggest to you that there's plenty of time for that later. But if you feel like you want to start this lesson now, there are some things that you can do. So the first thing is you can do a lot of talking before you walk into the store and remind your child, for example, we're here for a present for so-and-so, for your friend. We're buying something for so-and-so. We are not buying anything for us. I am not buying anything for you. And you want to just be really crystal clear about this message in advance before you go in the store. Set the stage. Once you're in the store, you want to remind your child, we're not buying anything for you today. This trip is for Joey. And continue to remind them and reward them with praise when they are, oh, you are being so good. I love the way that you are seeing everything that you want. It's so tempting, but you're remembering that we're just here for Joey and we're not getting anything today. And that's a way to reward them for good behavior. Please do not make the mistake of rewarding them for not requesting a toy by buying them a toy. That would be shooting yourself in the foot, essentially. It's a bad idea. Anyway, so the other suggestion that actually my daughter's friend came up with was that you can tell your child, set the stage, that we're going to just get one thing. And we'll talk another time about a grocery store, but this is a great thing that works in the grocery store especially. At the toy store, it's a little bit risky because things have different price tags. So if you feel like your child can handle it, what you might do is say, you can get one small thing that I approve. So I have to say it's okay, and you can get one small thing. If you feel like your child understands numbers, you can put a dollar amount on it. Just because it's risky to say you can get one thing, because what if that thing costs $100? Then you're in a negotiation, right? Then you're going back and forth about why you can and cannot have this thing with reasons, again, that your poor little 3-year-old child's brain can't comprehend developmentally. And so you just want to be really like first of all, consistent, and prep your kid, prep your little one for this experience where they're going to walk into this, essentially room of temptation, if in fact you have to do it. But referring back to my previous rule, I would highly suggest that you just avoid it. When your child is 2, 3, 4, 5, you can go buy the present for the friend, and that's okay. There is plenty of time to teach a 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old about buying things for other people to give. And in fact, what you can do in that situation in particular, and the reason the birthday is coming up is just because I feel like most of the time when I'm going to the toy store, it's to get a present for somebody. The thing you can do is have your child make a really lovely card for their friend, right? As a way of teaching giving. It's not just about buying things at the toy store. And so there you go. Don't take your kid to the store. But if you do, listen back for some tips. Take care. Bye-bye.